Hello and welcome to the video with me, Winner Android. I'm now doing the timeline video for the series I did as the Papal States on the 1200 scenario for the MegaMod on Age of History 2. And, yeah. First thing I'm going to mention right here is the fact that you basically can't see Europe at all, so I'm probably going to have to re-record this or the timeline here, where I'm zoomed in on Europe and just have the zoomed in portion of Europe covering North America or Australia or something, considering there's not exactly much to watch over there when it comes to the timeline. So yeah, probably going to be doing that for this, considering seriously you can't see in Europe. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this started here. So playing as Papal States, of course, over there, and yeah. Start taking over a few countries up north, so a few of these stars should disappear. Yeah, some are disappearing there currently, slowly. But, yeah, don't really get tons of progress considering the beginning of the game was pretty slow overall. Eventually end up going to war with Pisa there, taking some of that stuff from them. Most of what they actually had in mainland Italy there, and just a little bit on those islands. Yep, there we go. Got Pisa as a vassal currently. Those two are fighting a war against each other. Those two as well, sure. Okay, I think that's England up there. Maybe? Not sure. Byzantine Empire went and started taking over Sicily. I said absolutely no fucking way, got Serbia, Bulgaria, and Rome to go to war with them before I joined in myself, and yeah, that's the result of that war basically. I got all of Sicily there, and this southern portion of Greece. Serbia died, Bulgaria took all that stuff in the Balkans, and Rome took more of Turkey basically. So yeah, things worked out pretty well there. And I had absolutely no plans on actually taking over Sicily until I had the rest of Italy under my control, basically, considering Sicily was pretty strong. But yeah, I kind of got them under control pretty easily there, as a result of the Byzantine Empire kind of forcing my hand a bit. But yeah, let's see. Those two are at war now. And they just basically became the strongest country in the world, I think, with that. Or second strongest, I think. Not exactly sure. But, yeah. Let's see. I think I'm taking a bit more up there. Yeah. Don't see too many stars right there, so I do think I got more of Italy right along there currently. Considering that star there is Pisa's capital. I'm just going to stay there for quite a while. Took more stuff from Bulgaria there. And fought a war with them. I know I ended up fighting a war with them eventually, but I don't remember exactly when that was. Could have been some point after this war. Oh, yeah. It's going on right now. Saw them do a little invasion over here in Italy, because I was still doing province stability and stuff, and I was just ignoring the war, which allowed them to actually attack me. But yeah, I ended up getting a little bit of Tunis there, basically, before getting peace with them. Hungary took a good chunk of Bulgaria there. I also have Austria under my control. I think that may have been from going out to Bulgaria. But yeah, cleaning stuff up there now. Annexed Pisa, who had started colonizing down here in Africa, so I finished going along the coastline colonizing that stuff. One of the first countries to actually have some colonies. England had already started over there in South America, though. But yeah, there's that. I went and took over half of Hungary. And I think France actually does have a good chunk of the Germanic states under their control at this point, possibly. Just can't really see it here because of all the stars blocking view. Kamania's getting even stronger over there. Okay. They're taking more stuff, taking out Novograd. Okay. Sure. I think I took a few countries over there if I haven't already. Okay, so yeah, after I took some of the countries over here, kind of just straightening out the border a bit more, I end up going to war with this country again and taking them over. Get to northern Africa mostly under my control. Okay, there. I took those countries over there, and now for that. I kind of misjudged how strong they were right there at the beginning, but I ended up dealing with it eventually. And yeah, there. Bit of a bug in the timeline, considering I did have to do a naval invasion to take all those provinces manually, but whatever. Got all that stuff under control, and eventually, of course, take over all these countries here. Northern Africa as well. Denmark is getting stronger. Denmark, Norway, because they formed the Union, though Norway still exists. Really no idea how exactly that ended up happening, but yeah. Denmark has all that stuff, and at this point, the Great Jin has gotten quite a bit under control here. Kamakura has gotten most of Japan at this point. Kingdom of Burma, all over here in India, and a good chunk of China. I'm going around colonizing now. Also going over there colonizing. And yeah, at that point I start taking over all of these African countries. Slowly. One of the European countries had colonies over here, took them over. And yeah, get all that dealt with pretty quickly. Without too much problem. And then I kind of just straighten out the border there and colonize a bit more there. And then I'm basically done in Africa for the foreseeable future. For the most part. But yeah, Europe. England has all that there at this point, basically. France has all this. Took over Bohemia. Is taking out most of what was remaining of the Germanic states, I think. England and Denmark fought a war, and Denmark lost that war and immediately went to war with me for some reason. I ended up kicking their ass, took a bit of their land over here, and got them as a vassal. Because I didn't want my border with France to be any longer, basically. Because I was preparing to go after France, which you can see happening here. And that war was honestly a pain in the ass. As you can kind of see there towards the end with how long that dragged on. Purely because there was just so many choke points due to what Germanic states were still left. That I kind of had to try and get myself pushed through those choke points, which had tons of fucking troops defending them. So yeah, that ended up being a very deadly war. Don't actually know if it was the most deadly war in the series or not. That may end up going to Burma later on. But yeah, dealt with France. Of course, take over England's next, who was supposed to be stronger than France, but yeah. You'll see eventually when I go to war with them. England took over one country there, so they're basically the only country left in Western Europe at this point, if you ignore the few in Ireland. They're expanding over here, sure. Kamakura is basically taking all of Japan, and yeah, I took over England in a single turn, basically. I think. Otherwise there's two. I'm pretty sure it was just one single turn and they capitulated. But yeah, England was supposed to be stronger than France, but they fell super easily. Which also means I have colonies in South America now, thanks to England. Which I do get around to expanding off of pretty quickly. After I deal with province ability. But yeah, Kingdom Burma. They have gotten pretty strong. Yeah, they basically got all up in the southern portion of China. An exception that's there, which the Great Jin has for some reason. But yeah, they got all that. They got a good chunk of the Arabian Peninsula under their control. They got a bit over here in Turkey as well. Yeah. They even have this in South America. And there I go, colonizing stuff, filling in all of that. And once I finish that stuff off, over there, colonizing, that little pause there was basically me going down to Antarctica, colonizing the entire coastline down there. Just to prevent the AI from colonizing Antarctica, because I knew they would eventually if I left them alone. But yeah, annexed Denmark, took all their lands, so I now have all that, which I eventually colonized the holes and stuff there as well, and those islands up there, before going to war with that country there, which, to be honest, that was a bit of a painful war, but doesn't look that hard in the timeline, to be honest. But it was a pretty painful war, maybe just due to the fact that every single turn took so long to do because the border was so long. Had to move so many troops every turn. But yeah, got that dealt with. Kamania's next, taking them over. Yeah. Let's see. Also got all of Greenland under my control at this point. I do eventually fill that in as well. And kind of straighten out that border, colonizing that stuff. I think that stuff happens just before I go after Khomeini over here, and they just went toward that country. Good. And I won that tour, taking a good chunk of Turkey. Burma is now towards that country down here in South America. Okay. Took quite a while to see all that profitability I got over here. Huh. Jesus. Okay, there we go. Finally done. So now that tour should start soon. Yep, there we go. Kind of held me back for a moment right there. But yeah, took all that land, got them as a vassal, because I honestly didn't really want to take all of that land over there until I was ready to take more of the Middle East, which was quite a while before I got around to doing that, because, well, Kingdom of Burma, pretty strong, and they got all this land around here, so they kind of act as a pretty big deterrent on me going into the Middle East. And they also now have that little bit of land over there in North America as well. But yeah, say goodbye to all the countries in North America, in the Americas at this point, because they're all again taken over. Because at this point, I just decided to go absolutely crazy and colonizing absolutely everything. So first, took over all the countries I could, basically, and then I had to deal with provinciality before moving on and colonizing everything. But yeah, eventually starts colonizing all that stuff before finishing off all the countries that are still around. Come on. Hurry up already. Yeah, it took a while to do provinciality for that as well, I guess. Oh well. Yep, there we go. Going along coastlines and stuff to prevent other countries from colonizing over here. And then kind of just straightening out borders and stuff and filling things in. Also went into the Pacific, taking all that, the islands and stuff, before coming back over here and continuing in North America. And getting all of Mexico and stuff. Slowly working my way north. Over here. Getting all of that before going into South America and dealing with that stuff. Honestly, at this point, there really isn't much else going around the world, now that I think about it. Yeah. None of the other countries was really doing anything at this point. It's pretty peaceful. Well, that doesn't last for very long, considering I'm going to take over the entire world. Yeah, North America basically finished, so now we're on South America. And then I go around, finishing off all those countries, start colonizing all of Siberia over here as well, because the Iroquois had some land over here and stuff. So took that stuff and started expanding, getting all this. Plus, Comania started colonizing over here anyway, so yeah. Dealt with all that, taking over the other countries in that area, finishing everything off over there. So all that's actually left is Burma, basically. Over there, plus what they have. Right there. And one African country there, but I don't go after them after kind of dealing with all the colonizing over here in Africa and stuff. But yeah, all this disappears very quickly, to be honest. Alright, took that stuff there. Burma has all that as well. And yeah, that's it. I have finished all the colonizing pretty much. Got stuff in Australia as well, which is nice. But yeah, I take over all of Australia next at this point. Eventually. But yeah, Kingdom of Burma. Pain in the ass. Seriously. You really were. How strong they had gotten and everything. Got all of that. Got this stuff in the Middle East, just a little bit in Turkey to really get on my nerves. This stuff over here in Africa. And that's in South America. These little bits in North America annoying the hell out of me as well. Yeah. And also that's a little bit over there in Australia as well. But yeah, that's basically all of Australia done. Finish things off there. And then, well, Great Chin took that stuff from them, I guess, right there. But at this point, I think I was just doing a massive preparation to go after Burma and taking them over. And yeah, moment you see these other countries go to war, yeah. Turn or two later, I went to war and they immediately capitulated. Very anticlimactic ending considering, yeah, they were very strong, for sure, but they fell so easily. And yeah, took all the stuff that they had, they were reduced to this stuff over here and everything, and took a bit of China and Southeast Asia and stuff from them. And a large chunk of India, to be honest. You only have that there because the country there got independence, but it was a never-ending war, and Burma took them over again. But still, never-ending war, and that country ends up being the last one I take over. Because Burma's the last country I deal with, finishing them off. But yeah, take over these two African countries in Madagascar next, I think. Before kind of just taking over the Middle East. Getting all that under my control. There we go. Got Madagascar. There. So, now it's time for that. There we go. Finishing that little bit off there as well, because that was another never-ending war. And then annex Comania and then take them over. Also had Burma go after the Great Chin again, because they were actually still stronger than them, even with how little lands they had. So yeah, they've got a lot more there. The border looks much better, to be honest. And there goes that country there. And next up for me to take over is Brunei. And yeah, they were quite a pain. Also got them to fight another war here. To Korea at the very least. But yeah, war with Brunei. As you can kind of see, things kind of went to a standstill there for a moment. Cause yeah, they had a pretty pretty large army. Considering I basically had tons of troops lined up on my borders and everything, and then all the other troops that I had freed up over the course of taking over all the other countries and stuff. So all those extra troops I had over here to steal to Brunei. I basically lost nearly that entire army, because that's how large of an army Brunei had. I lost 9 million troops in total in that war. So yeah, Brunei was pretty strong. So much so that I actually had to sit around and start recruiting more troops to send over there and just overwhelm me in one go. Focusing on that southern island first before going to mainland. But yeah, after that was basically it. No more wars at that point because all the countries were accepting ultimatums. And yeah, that's it basically. So, yeah, there we go. Don't really have anything to show off though. There is this country that still technically exists in an invisible province that doesn't actually exist and I can't do anything about or here. Seriously, no idea what's going on with that, but it's definitely a bug, whatever it is. But yeah, there is the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.